Hi there, you're watching this, got me this. I couldn't have said it better myself. Where are you to today by, you ask? Well, I'll show you on the map, and I'm doing something a bit different today. I'm staying very local. It's evening time, beautiful evening, early August. Hope you're liking my hat. I wanted to stay local, so I thought I'm going to go in the Teign Estuary because there's a bit of a little tiny bit of chop in the sea, so let's go in an estuary. But the tide's dropping, so I don't want to be. So I'm going to the Teign Estuary. I didn't want to go to the Passage House Inn because the tide's dropping. It's only neap tides, so I thought I'd go halfway along the estuary. So I'm going to go to a place called Luxton Steps. But that's a fair walk down to the water side. So what I've done today is I've brought with me 2 bare feet paddleboard with its bag, with its dry bag, and I'm going to take all my gear down to the beach, pump up on the beach, go for a paddle with all my gear, and see how I get on. So this is a walk and talk. Dork. Right, let's get on down then. I'll tell you what's going on as we go. So we're up and running, folks, or more accurately up and walking, and heading off down the lane, bag on my back, and it's a little bit blowy. Wind's coming in slightly across the estuary from inland slightly. Well, I'm going to be heading upstream first so I can bring the tide back with me, or come back with the tide. Is this kit heavy on my back? Well, I'd be lying if I said no. The board itself is about 9 kilos. I've got a dry bag. I think it's a 90 litre dry bag. I've got a pump, and I've got just a bag with a few gubbins, so my GoPro, my car keys, a few bits and bobs. So in total, what am I looking at? Probably 14 kilos. I think it's beneficial to have a light get up, and the reason I've got this instead of the Curot is purely because the bag is lighter, the pump is smaller, so that allows me, one, to carry it down here a bit easier. The boards are similar weights, but secondly, it means I've got less stuff with this dry bag to take onto the boat, as I call it, out there. So let's have a look and show you a few scenes, show you what it looks like. There's the view, folks. That's what I'm aiming for. It looks really nice, doesn't it? Some paddleboards out there, paddleboarders out there, about half a dozen of them. There'll be half a dozen plus one later. I think there's 5 actually. There'll be 6 in a minute if you're good at maths like me. It's always exciting, isn't it, folks, if you're going somewhere different. Even though I've been here before, it seems crazy. I've been here before, but I've never been here before from the land. I've only ever been here before from the water. So as I go in, work my way down this little Devon footpath, this is going to be great. Bit of a view here, folks, down to Red Rock down there. There's Red Rock Beach Club, and we're looking down on the track here beneath me, and we see various trains coming by at this time of year, and those can range from anything from GWRs to GWRs. Maybe we'll see one tonight, who knows. As said, we've got Red Rock there, and then as we scroll around or zoom around across this side, we got Coombe Cellars across there, and then we head up towards King Stainton, Passage House Inn, all of that. So I'm going to pump the board up now here on the beach, and then we'll get out and see what we can see how it goes. Bit of a breeze out there, so we're going to go upstream to start with, but that'll be good. Right, all pumped up, ready to go. Punctuate the pumping like I go on and on and on about. No problem with that. This board is an Inviato. I remembered it now. I saw the name. How do I get a GoPro on an Inviato? Some of you might ask. There, folks. I've got a little GoPro holder that goes straight underneath the little hand strap. Perfect, there. Let's get on the water. Well, here we are, folks. We've gone from Luxton steps and we're now sat on top of Red Rock. Some of you guys will have seen me sat here in the winter time, New Year's Eve in actual fact, eating stuff, drinking stuff and talking a load of old tosh. That's what I was doing on that occasion. But today I'm not going to talk the same amount of tosh. Let's flip that camera around and show you what it looks like here. It is, as always, it's beautiful. There it is, folks. Zoomed right out so you get a big wide angle view on this. Railway going by on the right. Stiff breeze coming in from across the river, diagonally across, and that's making the conditions really quite tricky. But one thing I have noticed, and you think, oh, why didn't I get over there? There's a couple of paddle boarders right over the far side and they look to be almost out of the breeze. They've got the wind in their backs, mind you, but it looks perfect over there. Here, it's just hard working, if I'm honest. It's lovely though. It's not hard work really, is it? How can it be hard work if you're going to sit up at places like this? There's the old 2 bare feeter down there today, folks, not the cure up, the 2 bare feet. Couple of thoughts on the 2 bare feet today, folks. I haven't ridden it for ages. First of all, light bit of kit, cheap bit of kit compared to the Curop. It's laterally very stable. It's longitudinally, pluck that one out, didn't I? A little bit bouncy. You get the, because it's got that natural rocker in it, that curve, and that is before you put weight onto it. It's got a natural rocker in it that lifts the front of the board up over the waves a little bit, but you get a bumping down action on those waves, and when it's choppy like it is today, I'll show you what I mean. Like that, look, when it's choppy like it is down there and you're going into it, you're getting that juddering effect. So it's not as smooth a ride as a stiffer board, but you know, it's fine. It's a good board, you know. I don't like getting snobby about things because people do that too much about anything, you know. Oh, you haven't got this, you haven't got that, or someone's got this, or someone's got the other. It's all a load of old tosh. Right, back on the map. Have a look over there on the map. You can see how far I've gone. I've gone a princely sum of about 300 yards, not even that probably, into this stiff wind. Now, when I go back out into the river in a minute with the wind behind me and the tide with me, I'll be down back to Luxton steps in all of no time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adapt, and this is going to be a different way home. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to carry on past Luxton steps. And earlier on when I said I was looking downstream, it was Red Rock. Well, it wasn't. I'm at Red Rock now, wasn't I? Wasn't I paying attention? How many times have you told me about that? That's Flow Point. So I can go past Luxton steps on the way down, and actually I can go to shore, as we like to call it in the paddleboarding fraternity. Is that type of cake? I don't know. I can go to shore at Flow Point, and there's scientists saying keep off my beach. But you know, as long as I stay below the high water line, I can gain access, because I've researched this, I can gain access to the public footpath and get home. So the beneath the high water line is owned by the Crown. The Crown is the Queen. The Queen is all of our friends. Well, since I was sat over the far side, I had somebody messaged me. That was Annie and Rob from King Stainton. Messaged me and said, Steve, we're watching this video. Why don't you go across the river, you lightweight? GWR over there, folks. Go across the river. Just 'cause it's a bit choppy. Man up. Get on with it. So, pulled my finger out and got across the river. And I've got 2 bonuses as a result of that. Let's quickly turn you and the camera around and show you what I'm on about. First of all, folks, I can see 3 tours from here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit to help you guys, but up there on the left you've got Ripon Tour. In the middle you've got Saddle Tour, and on the right hand side up there is Haytor Rocks. That's right, folks. Up there, folks, if you pay attention to this on this one occasion, those are the tours you'll see in that order. Say them out loud. Ripon Tour, Saddle Tour, Haytor Rocks. What's the water like over here then? You can see behind me, look, it's looking a lot more mellow. Tide's dropping, so I'm going to be taken out by the tide. Let's show you exactly where I've just come from and where I'm going to head to next. Bye. So across there is Red Rock, quite a way across actually. On the flat water, I was a little bit critical a minute ago, wasn't I, about the this Inviato, I think it's called, on the 2x feet Inviato on the bumpy water, and it didn't perform quite as well. But when I got on the flat, you know, it was pretty good. I was going along at a reasonable whack. It was all right. Nothing wrong with that. Water's really flat and calm over here and still. It's beautiful, it's tranquil. I'm going to head over, I think I'm going to go to Flow Point because I can. Why not? This will make it a more of a circular route rather than just a straightforward up and back. That's something I can't normally do because I go back to the car, which is close to the launch point, whereas this time it's a bit further away. So I can go down to Flow Point, disembark, as they say in the seafaring touring trade. They say it on planes as well. And then I can head up the lane at Flow Lane and then back to the car. Ingenuity like that. You don't get that on other shows, folks. So how successful was it tonight? Well, really, really good fun. Going from one place, taking off, setting off from one place, casting off from one place, that's the phrase, landing at another place, and then just walking a bit back is really interesting to do. Just makes it a little bit different to try out, so hopefully you enjoy that. Only 100 yards now and I'm back to the car. So on the map, the route today. Try a triangular route or a start and finish route rather than a point and back to the same point route. So try something different. Get out if you can on the paddleboard. Make the most of it. Catch you guys on the next paddleboarding, paddleboarding flip side. I couldn't have said it better myself.